We are back with more Aliexpress Clone Trooper goodness. I only got 2 this time around. Aliexpress has been kind of busy with making some, and I really haven't been too interested in them. I wouldn't mind getting Mixer and Red Eye, but they're not really significant characters, and they do a lot of stuff that's like original, and I don't know. I don't get a lot of the Aliexpress Clone Trooper stuff. I don't get all of it. But I got 2 here I'm pretty excited about. One of them, when they revealed it, oh my gosh, I had so many people message me saying like, oh, hey, are you going to talk about this? Is my address on the other side? Yes, it is. Okay, let's not show the other side of this box. But yeah, one of these, oh my gosh, so many people. And the other one, Aliexpress has actually had for a while. I always just call it Aliexpress, even though the actual name is like Vale's Toy Store. I don't know why. I just always say Aliexpress. Let's see which one this is. Very curious. This might be our main event. This might be the other one. We'll see. Can't really tell because it's in its own box. It is. Okay, this is our main event. That's our main event. Let's wait on him. Let's wait on him. Because the other one isn't going to take nearly as long to talk about, in my opinion. And I just kind of want to open this other one first. Alrighty, so much plastic. What a waste. What a waste. Whatever. I mean, it's China. They pretty much everything they produce is a waste. I mean, if you really look at how much stuff China makes, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Isn't it so crazy that we live in a world where, like, one country is almost entirely dedicated to making everything for the rest of the world? Isn't that wild? Alright, what we have here is a figure that we actually sort of have in 3 3/4 inch, but it's pretty cool that we have it in 6 inch finally. And this is one of Aliexpress's first uses of the 3.0 body, because right here we have the Camino ARF Trooper. And yeah, it's pretty basic. It's just the Camino ARF Trooper. But yeah, that's looking pretty good. That's definitely looking pretty good. Let's get the lighting a little bit down because he's got that visor. Yeah, the visor, can I remove it? Okay, good. Because they never glue them on, like, to my satisfaction. So, I can just rip that off. Can you remove the helmet as well? You can. Okay, so the ARF helmet's actually removable. But yeah, this is one of their first uses of the 3.0 body. You may be wondering, why did I just tear this visor off right away? Because it wasn't down enough. Like, I'm going to have to re-glue it because it wasn't down enough. There we go. That's a little better. That's a little better. I don't know, it could be perfect. Because, I mean, you got to think they designed this ARF Trooper helmet themselves. Pretty much the only really unique thing about this guy is the ARF Trooper helmet. And you can see there is a lot of nice detail on that, for sure. I actually do want to grab the 3 3/4 inch one. I want to compare and see. You know, I could have sworn I had a second one of this guy, but nope, I only got the one. The 3 3/4 inch has striping on the arms, which I think kind of makes it a little bit more like Wolfpack centered. Because if I'm not mistaken, this deco, like this helmet design and everything, was used for both the Camino ARF Trooper and the Wolfpack ARF Trooper, if I'm not mistaken. Because I swear I saw one of these guys with the Wolfpack in an episode. But this one is, you know, unmistakably the Camino one because it doesn't have any deco on the arms. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm surprised it doesn't come with the bazooka, though, because they're pretty famous for, you know, shooting the rockets. It's pretty much one of the only things they did in the show. But yeah, I figured this one would be cool to have because I don't see Hasbro ever making this. And if Hasbro does get around to making, like, Black Series, Colt, and Havoc, and Blitz, and all them, I think it would be cool to have this guy alongside him. Especially if Aliexpress ends up doing, like, Phase 1, 501st, 5s, and Echo. I think that'd be pretty cool. One thing I'm curious about, though, is the this body. Because this is Aliexpress's first use of the 3.0 body. And this feels... Oh. This feels really good, I say as I pop the arm right out of its socket. Yeah, this does feel good, though. It does. Definitely not as... This thing's falling apart. Oh my gosh. It's not breaking, but it's just all the joints are popping off. Definitely not as good as the official one. The official one's not going to absolutely fall apart on you. But But yeah, you know, the joints seem pretty solid. Has the free-floating knees and everything. I'm surprised they just don't make all of their KOs with this body now. Because I feel like they could. I don't think they really have yet. I wonder if the next one uses the new body or not. I'm curious. But yeah, this seems pretty nice. I do actually want to give him... Don't I have it laying around somewhere? Didn't the 501st one come with it? Yeah. I actually do want to give him the rocket launcher from the 501st. Because I do have the 501st ARF Trooper that came with this. And I just know I'm going to want to display him like this. So yeah, let's get that hand in there. Get that visor situated again. I probably could have just left that glued, but it's okay. It's okay. And then we'll get him looking like he's kind of holding it with both hands. Get him kneeling. Yeah, this is nice. Definitely a nice addition to my Black Series clone army. Definitely digging that. That's really cool. Loving me that. And yeah, the body seems like a pretty nice translation of the 3.0 body. I really enjoy it. Like, these figures are great. They really are. Vale's Toys makes some really nice stuff. Speaking of really nice stuff from Vale's Toys, I think it's about time that I show the main event. I mean, I'm sure most of you already know what it is. But it's kind of a shame that we had to rely on a bootleg company to give us this before Hasbro. Because this is a classic 2005 Revenge of the Sith clone. This is the 212th Airborne. Dude! Look at that! Oh my gosh! Alright, let's get this open. I gotta open this. I gotta get this open. Come on. Come on out. Release yourself. So they did also make a, like a 187th. Oh my gosh. I almost totally decimated my desk. They did make a 187th Airborne, and I was not feeling that because it was like their own weird design, and they did like a Captain Enoch thing too that I was also not feeling. And then they released this guy along with like a clone sharpshooter or something, and it was just Aliexpress making their own design. And again, wasn't really feeling it. Yeah, this still uses the 2.0 body. That's really whack. They should have done the 3.0 body. Oh, okay. That head sculpt is different. That is not the standard clone head. That is not. Here, I can show you with this ARF right here. Because I'm sure this guy still uses a standard... Oh my gosh, it's not going to come off. Do I have another one where it'll come off? Do I? Ooh, come on. Come on, boy. Come on. Kneel for me. Maybe my 212th ARF that I have on the sides to do a comparison later. Maybe his helmet will come off. Come on. Come on. I'm probably going to regret this, but it's okay. Yeah, this is the standard Black Series, like, plain white head. What is that? It's smaller, for starters. It's completely differently shaped. It's more like a pinhead. That is very odd. Not bad looking, though. I still see Tamora Morrison. Not nearly as much as this. That's not bad. It's just very odd. I wonder, like, did this helmet not fit? Yeah, that must have been it. It doesn't really fit over the normal. This helmet looks really good. Look at the paint on that. That is so crisp. That is really crisp. But I do feel like I'm encountering a problem where the helmet does seem to sit a little too high. Like, I feel like it's just sitting a little too high on this neck. I'm not digging that too much. Maybe if I rotate the head, it'll sit better. Yeah. Rotate the head, it'll sit better. It seems like the chin's poking out the back, though, but maybe I can adjust that a little bit. Maybe I can do the old 3 3/4 inch trick and, like, lip it over. Maybe that'll work. No, not at all. Not at all. Maybe if I have it off to the side? I don't know. I'm just not... This head is odd, dude. This is really throwing it off. Because, like, the helmet, like, it looks gorgeous. It's just not sitting onto properly. Maybe if we bulk him out a little bit with this pouch, it'll look a little better. Because he is supposed to have this pouch as well. Because the 212th Airbornes have a lot of stuff on them. They are packing a lot. They got the pouch. I mean, they're basically field medics. They got, like, the ammo on the side. It does have the strap. That's the new, like, shoulder pauldron. It has a comma. Yeah, this is nice, and it seems to have the deco in all the right places. It really does. It's got all the little, like, double stripings. Yeah, this is sick. I'm so happy, after all this time, to have a Black Series 212th Airborne. I'd love to see, like, Mace Windu's Airborne. I want to see Vail's Toys do, like, the purple 187ths. That's what I want to see. Because I think that would be sweet. Let's give him a DC-15 carbine. Because I kind of remember the medics, you know, being a little lighter when it comes to their artillery. Oh, dude. So, I need to say something that's very, very near and dear to me when it comes to clone troopers. I love the Clone Wars, right? You know, Dave Filoni era, you know, this Kamino ARF trooper, stuff like that. But what really resonates with me when it comes to clones is Revenge of the Sith. Like, this is clone troopers to me. This is the peak. The Revenge of the Sith clones. You know, the 212th, the 501st, the Shocks, Galactic Marines, 91st. They're my boys. 41st Elite. That's where it truly resonates. And seeing this really, really nicely done 212th Airborne. Like, even if Hasbro does make an official one, I'm happy to have this because it'll just be another Airborne in my collection. You know, like, I have the Vail's Toys, like, standard 212th. And it's like, oh, it's kind of like army building without breaking my rule of, like, only having one of each figure, you know, because it's a knockoff. It's different. You know, it's something that's actually kind of different. I do have to show, just real quick, unfortunately, the Cody's pretty outdated. We need a new, updated Cody. But there is the Revenge of the Sith 212 gang in 6-inch form. Man, I'm shocked that Hasbro has not gotten around to the Airborne. I really am. I do want to grab a 3 3/4-inch Airborne real quick and just kind of compare some of the details. Because I just want to see, because I feel like the original 3 3/4-inch pretty much nailed it. Let's see. It's got the orange knee pad, thigh striping. It has the orange knee striping. The camo looks about right. Orange on the belt. Orange shoulder pad. Orange hand guard. Striping. Strap. Striping. Orange hand guard. Yeah, it seems pretty much there, dude. This is pretty accurate. It could use some paint around the back of the helmet, but that's not bad. This looks gorgeous. I can actually say that this, for being a bootleg, is one of my favorite Black Series clone troopers. I'm not even joking. I definitely think this figure would have benefited from using the 3.0 body instead of the 2.0. Don't know why Vail's Toys is still keen on using that when they very obviously have a pretty successful version of the 3.0 body. But yeah, this is sweet. This is sweet. Again, I didn't get the sharpshooter or the sniper, whatever, because it's just Vail's Toys' own design, and I just wasn't feeling it. But this is iconic. This is like legendary clone trooper status to me. I do want to bring in another comparison. Another one, I know, right? Because another reason why I'm shocked that we have not gotten a Black Series Airborne trooper is because Hasbro has the helmet mold. They have it with the Purge. They have it. And you may be wondering, why do I have this in my collection if I only collect Black Series clones? In the comics, these guys were like one of the last generations of clone troopers. Like, they were younger clones. So it's like, hey, I'll have one of these. I think they're pretty neat. I'm really curious, though, about the helmet. Like, how similar is this helmet? Is this like the same mold? I mean, obviously it's not the exact same because they, gutted this so it would be over a normal head. It looks very similar. Very similar. Seems like the mold line is in the same place. Yeah, I'm inclined to say that it seems like Vail's Toys modified the sculpt from the Purge. Like, if it's not, it's a very, very close replica. Like, that seems to be about the same sculpt. And that looks great. Like, it looks great. Even, one of the sculpts that Vail's Toys didn't copy off of, the ARF Trooper sculpt, is really good. I just feel like they had a misstep with that visor being a separate piece because they almost never glue it on right. I do also want to bring in the 2/12 ARF just to kind of bring in some more 2/12 love. Again, I don't really get a lot of the Vales Toys original creation clones, but I do have this ARF because it's a 2/12 ARF. It was never really a thing, and I think their original design is, you know, basic body, but it's, you know, got some orange on the face. I think it's okay. I think it's aight. What do I think about this Vales Toys Aliexpress 2/12 Airborne? Do I recommend it? As I always say in these, it's up to your own discretion. Because obviously this is a knockoff. This is an unofficial, this is basically third party. Like this is a third party, like Black Series figure. Like this is not legit. But it is legit in the sense that it's really good. It's really, really good. Like I would seriously say, this is definitely my favorite AliExpress figure by far. For sure. This 2/12 Airborne is fantastic. By far leaps and bounds better than all the other AliExpress figures I have. I adore this thing. But, you know, you do have to take into consideration, you know, Hasbro might actually get around to making this guy. They might not. Who knows? Honestly, though, this is like a couple dollars more than a normal Black Series retail, which is also something you have to consider because, you know, these are knockoffs and you're paying more than actual retail, at least in the US. You're paying a little bit more. Other countries, you're probably getting off a little cheaper, but not by much. Not by much. I feel like, you know, I appreciate all the new sculpting and all the new tooling and everything they did to make this Airborne as fantastic as it is. But it is a bit much. It's not as bad as, like, the Cad Bane. That one was ridiculously priced. But it's still not ideal. It's not. But honestly, this is one of my favorite Black Series clones. I see this guy chilling by my desk for quite some time. He just looks fantastic. I highly recommend it. Let me know what you guys think. Do you collect the Vales Toys AliExpress Clone Troopers? I think they're one of the best ways to get Clone Trooper figures right now. I really do. And even the figures that end up selling out, they usually end up getting them back in stock. Like Mixer and Red Eye, those sold out before I had a chance to get them, and I'm sure they'll come back in stock for me at some point. Let me know what you guys think about these, though, down in the comments below. I really want to hear what you think. Is this something you would consider buying? If so, let me know. Special shout out to channel members, as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.